Hey Ross, we're going to talk about something with a little lightheadedness here, but we were just mentioning that you don't go to surgery after you've had 2 cocktails in the last hour. And trading is very similar in that you have a fixed time of, liquid open markets depending on what you're trading. Everything's got a kind of a peak time. The grains are only 2.5, 3 hours. The financials are 5.5, 6 hours that they really are open and liquid. You really have to focus during those hours. And you really can't have distractions. You can't have the wife calling you, telling you, hey, I need you, to run by and get me the dry cleaning after. And, you just can't take those calls during trading hours.
You break my friend Eli Radke calls it your trading environment equilibrium. You have this constant in your psychology and your environment. And if you shatter that, you have to step away to reestablish it.
Yeah.
So that you can have your, that psychological peak level that you need to perform.
And that means if you're getting, your daughter's getting married on Saturday and you've got events planned all week, step away from the screen. That means if you and your wife are fighting over one of your children's grades or they've got an issue at home, take care of that first before you clear your head and come into the pit.
It will follow you in there.
It will follow you in there, and it has nothing to do with the way the market is trading that day. And if you can't look at it with a clear head and follow that game plan that you have, the mistress will take your money.
That's what she's there for.
And that's what the dome is there for, as we keep suggesting also. So you don't have...
I agree. And one other thing that was suggested to me was, if it's not at your price, if it's not getting near the area that you're planning to do business, put the dome down. Minimize it. Watch the chart.
Yeah.
But just the dome, it will pause, and all of a sudden there's a flicker of activity, and now you're in, but you don't know why you're in. It's just...
Well, personally, it's funny.
I made those mistakes.
It's funny you bring that up because you're absolutely right. To me, it becomes the lever on a slot machine, and I hate slot machines, so therefore I hate the dome. Because they don't do it for me. I actually take a chart, and most of the systems today will allow you to trade off a chart. So I will actually pre-market, midday and end of the day, put my orders right on the screen. I just put them in there. I know what my size is. I'm diligent there. I got that piece of things handled. I already know what my size is, what my risk is. So I put that in there. I put entries and exits. That means stops in right on the chart. That way I don't have to look at the dome. I only use the dome if it's really fast, so I got to buy market, sell market. But even then, I can trade right off my chart. And I agree with you. I find looking at price right now and where it's been the last day, 2 days, 5 days, 10 days is all I need to see when I'm trading. So find out what works for you. Maybe it is. Maybe it's take down the chart and just trade the dome. Maybe that works for you again. But if you've got distractions in the office, I've got to imagine it's got to be a little different experience trading both from the floor, seeing the floor where you are. You kind of get a little different flavor from both worlds. So that's a whole nother layer of noise that you have to filter out.
Right. And I hear it. The contract I trade, the pit is tiny. They did 186 cars today, which is it's a 2-to-1 contract. So
yeah,
they did less than 400 minis.
Wow.
Without mini, and we did on the screen about 93,000. So
right,
I don't care that some customers coming in there to do paper,
right,
and I shouldn't care,
right.
So
yeah,
I traded from home. And it's real easy to get distracted. It's real easy to get up and go into your kitchen and fix a coffee or whatever, and you lose that focus.
Yeah.
And also you don't have the professional environment that proprietary traders have, that people that you're trading against are trading as professionals. So if you're home, how are you creating a professional environment for yourself?
Right.
Something you have to work even harder on if you're going to be by yourself,
Yeah.
Trading out of your home office.
Yeah, it's absolutely the good news and the bad news of trading from your house. And that part of the reason why I moved to an office about 6 years ago was my family was getting larger and larger, and there was too many kids, and kids don't understand dad at home, dad at work at home. So I had to get that separation. So any way that you can get that focus, Ross, I think you have to do it. And I tend to take a break during the middle of the day. I do go and I leave the market probably 90% of the time between 9 to 11, because I have learned that is the, chop my fingers off one at a time of the day for me.
That's prime time to get the dome vertigo.
Yeah, exactly. The dome vertigo. I love it.